This week, Julz is front and center. Julz is Storm's sister, twin sister. And I told you a little bit about her last week, but let's dive into her. Julz, short, just like Storm, about 4 feet. Opposite hair colors, where Storm is wild blonde, Julz is just as wild but black. It's jet black hair, spiky, pokey, it's just going everywhere. Not in an unkempt manner. It's not unkempt, it's just Julz. I don't know how else to describe it. So, doesn't look like she's necessarily just woke up type of hair, but it's still just kind of going all the time. Her eyes, I mentioned last time, eyes are very significant in the whole Eldonia series. But Jul's eyes are jewels. The centers of them look like multifaceted gemstones. Now that I think about it, I don't know what color they are. I don't even know if I mention it. I think I just say they're multifaceted, look like multifaceted gemstones. So that's so they're clearly twins. When you look at them side by side, you see two of the same people, just changed a little bit, right, in those subtle ways. Jules is the emotional anchor of the Eternals. She is the mother hen, so to speak. She always is worried about everything, and you'll see this in everything Jules does because she's the healer. She doesn't. I don't think she ever leaves her domain, her mushroom that she lives inside. Just huge, massive mushroom. Don't think she has ever. Don't think there's a scene with her out of it at any point. She might walk out the door for a moment, but she's always in her mushroom. And her mushroom, to the uninitiated, someone who doesn't know her, is chaos. Total chaos. You walk in, it's wall to ceiling shelves, bookshelves. It's every bookshelf is covered with something. There's hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands, of books, but they're in upside down. The pages are out instead of the binding. There's some of them are stacked this way instead of slid onto the shelf. More books on top of slotted books. So just total chaos. And they're not all books, not all the shelves. Potions and jars of everything strange, imaginal thing is there, whether it's leaves or what looks like maybe lizard feet, whatever. It's just all there. And it's not just the walls. Piles of books everywhere, piles of crates, everything black like a cooking area, but it's more like cauldrons and tables where she's mixing and grinding, mortars and pestles. So this total chaos drives her family nuts, mostly not because of the chaos, but when Jules needs something, she doesn't look around for it. She goes to it. She knows every inch. She knows where every herb is, every whatever, and she'll know if it's across the room, third box down, upside down, under an open book. She will know it's there. And this drives Storm absolutely nuts. There is a scene where, at one point, I believe in book two, where Storm bursts in, and she bursts into the room with a storm, and the room just basically gets hit with a cyclone, and books are flying, and everything's flying, and whatever. And yet we see moments later, this doesn't even throw Jules off. She still knows where everything has landed. That's just Jules. And to be honest, I hadn't thought about this until I was doing again these character analysis and looking inside. I'm always trying to see how they relate to me and what part of them is me. And my desk, I don't know if you can see my office. You can see like back behind me, there's pictures that are crooked. George the giraffe in the middle. If you were seeing my whole office, or if you looked at the tour, the walls are covered with stuff. They're crooked, sideways, this way, that way. I have a stack of paper on my desk, usually 2 inches tall, and my wife will come in and ask me for something, and I'll just reach over without even looking and grab that 36th paper down and hand it to her. I know where everything is in my mind. it may look like chaos around me, but that's, I think, what Jules and I share in common. Um, she also has my protection side where I want to protect everybody in my life fiercely. That is part of who I am as well. Jules is probably better at it and portrays it better than I do, but I still think it's a trait that we share. Thanks. We'll see you next week.